Hello guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I want to talk to you a story that happened last week out there in Clarksville, Tennessee. Shout out Clarksville. You know what I'm saying? And it's about this young lady right here who tragically lost her life. Her name is Breonna Harbison. May she rest in peace. And guys, this girl lost her life. If that's not tragic enough, she lost her life in a domestic abuse with her a domestic dispute with her 16-year-old boyfriend, who was also the father of her baby. This girl became a mother 10 days earlier before she met her untimely demise. And I'm going to show you the news article. I've been scrambling to try to find some more stuff on this article, but I mean, this is basically what's out. The news article, it's not too many of them, and they mirror what I'm about to show you in this video. So take a look at this, and I'm going to come back and talk about it. And I'm going to try to be respectful because, I mean, a child is lost. You know, a life is lost. Now it's a baby just left here, and it's somebody else's responsibility to make sure this little human being becomes a better human being. Take a look at this story, and we'll come back and do what we do.
We have new details in the killing of a 16-year-old girl at a Clarksville home last week. Her family tells us she had just had a baby 10 days earlier.
Our Michael Warwick shows us how they're mourning that teen's death.
Pictures of 16-year-old Breonna Harbison capture her spunk.
Just so young, so sweet. It's very, very hard, very hard. And that day is a day that I will never forget.
Affectionately nicknamed Lady, she'd just become a mom when Clarksville police say she was shot and killed by a boy her same age at a Clarksville home last week.
We have a missing piece to our puzzle now. You know what I mean? That's how it felt. That's how it feels. You know, Breonna, she's always singing, she's always dancing, she's always laughing. And to think that a monster would take her life right after becoming a mother is almost just unimaginable.
Breonna's aunt and cousin Faye, pictured here with Breonna's baby, say the boy who killed Breonna was the child's father.
It did not seem real at all, and my heart immediately started to hurt. She did not deserve that. She did not deserve that at all.
On Wednesday, friends and family of Breonna Harbison held a candlelight vigil here at Hartman Park, remembering the young lady who they say was so excited about being a mom.
She was just so excited looking at all those baby clothes that she had received. It's just a devastating loss to our family.
While they mourn Breonna's death, they also seek justice against the boy, who police say was the primary aggressor.
It was a temporary feeling, and you made a permanent decision. But that permanent decision didn't just change that person's life. It changed hundreds of people's life because of this.
Clarksville police tonight say that boy, who was also shot, is still in the hospital. Homicide charges are pending. Michael Warwick, WSMV4.
That's the sad story about what happened to Breonna Harbison, age 16, became a mother 10 days before she lost her life. And it's sad. It is, but I want to talk about a couple of things. The lady that was talking said it was the aunt. She called the boy a monster. He did something that nobody saw coming. Okay. And you know, man, I mean, on this channel, a lot of people take what I say and, you know, run with it however they want without even watching the whole video. Please don't do that. Just listen. Sex is nothing wrong with sex. It's not. Sex is something that's going to happen whether you or a parent want it to happen or not. But as a parent, it's up to you to look at the signs to see your child is becoming sexually active or getting interested in being sexually active. And there are certain measures that a parent, a responsible parent, should have in place for different directions or different scenarios that may happen. Now, the reason why I brought that up is this girl was 16 years old and just had a baby, right? Now, this happens a lot. So a lot of people are what? Desensitized to it. It's normal. But with the way the world is right now, especially America, with, you know, a lot of pressures and violence amongst young people and all this type of stuff, and just the evolution of human beings, period, in this country, with all the things they're exposed to, be it movies, music, advertising. They're trying to program a certain type of human being that is more like a guinea pig and doesn't really think on their own merits. And us as parents, that's a little bit down the road before this whole thing started. A lot of stuff we see, we don't say. There are two 16-year-old people right there, right? Had the baby. 10 days later, the boy kills the girl. Then I guess turns the gun on himself. That's why he's in the hospital right now. And they ain't named him. But they're calling him a monster and all this stuff when this whole thing should have been prevented or tried to be prevented in the first place. It's like a lot of times you see these stories and people talk about the after effect and talk about the child. I mean, about the person, the victim, as if they're a grown up. Like that girl might as well have been 26 the way they was talking about her. And I don't even know if they know they doing that or not. She's a 16-year-old girl. He was a 16-year-old boy. Hell, I had my first child when I was 22 years old. And my first son cried like the heavens was about to open. And it was frustrating for first-time parents. At 22 years old, I do stories where 22-year people older than that have kids, and like they not ready for that type of responsibility. Why even have that on 16-year-olds? What I'm trying to say is this. I mean, I have a daughter that's 8. I had her yesterday. That's why I didn't really upload like that. And I'm looking at her, doing these stories and stuff and seeing, all this destruction and certain things. I'm looking at my child and I'm like, man, she's innocent. I say, she doesn't know anything. She's very girly. And this girl is 8 years older than her. So in 8 years, it's a dynamic shift in the maturation process of a child that you got to get ready for. And we have a head start on putting plans in place to make sure things like this don't happen. They called this young man a monster. What he did was monstrous. Was he a monster when you allowed them to be together? And that's the thing I don't understand. Sometimes, man, when these things happen, they just attack the person. When the bigger fish in the room or elephant in the room was what brought them together and what was the product of bringing them together. Now this baby's here. She's gone. Baby, you never know who the mom is. This guy's locked up. He got people on his side that want to see the baby. Now it's a rift. Think about it. It's a rift. Who gonna watch the baby? Who gonna take the baby? Who going this? Who going that? Somebody has to raise a child where the parents aren't here now, thus making somebody else's responsibility their responsibility. Now, I don't know these people, and my heart does go out to them. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, maybe it's the way I was raised or whatever. I'm going to talk to my daughter, and I'm going to make sure she on some type of birth control. That's just me. That's me. I'm going to talk with her mom, and we go, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to tell you something. Having a child at any age is a huge responsibility, and it's a financial drain if you're not prepared for it and don't have a plan A, plan B, plan C, D, E, and F. Anything can go wrong in your life that you can't predict, let alone a child that you bringing into the world. They not even ready old enough to drink. To put that type of responsibility on them seem like to me, every time I hear this type of stuff, it's like a recipe for disaster. I seen the girl the other day. I looked at her. I was like, man, she can't be nothing but 13 or 14. I mean, she can't be 14, 15 years old. And stomach just sticking out. And I was like, you know what I mean? Because I'm a parent. I know. A lot of times people try to overlook the obvious, man. A lot of times we're putting burdens on our children because we want to give them freedom and we want to be best friends with them and all this other stuff, to where it's making it to where we're destroying ourselves from the inside out. Ain't no way. I want my child to be a kid. I want her to be a teenager. And then when it's time for her to be adult, all the teachings and stuff that me and her mom put into her and life experiences that we allowed her to experience, whether it's from travel or just seeing different highs and lows in life and gaining some type of positive perspective from it, she'll be in a position that when she does have a baby, she'll be prepared. At 16 years old, ain't no damn way. Ain't no damn way. Now, things happen. I don't know. It might have been an accident or whatever, but I mean, come on. Come on. I just wanted to state that, man. Y'all can tear me up in the comment section. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. A lot of people that have had children at a young age, if you in the comment, tell me if you regret it. And if you could have did it later on in life, it would have been your choice. Because I mean, honestly, man, at 16 years old, man, I had a child's mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's hard for me to fathom, but things do happen. Baby was here, and it's just unfortunate this went the way it did. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.